Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of parent functions, specifically how they are affected when we change certain parts of them, and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. So our most basic function is going to be f of x equals x squared. We know that we get a parabola that kind of looks like this. One of the things we learn in algebra is to think about what happens when we were to change certain parts of that, right? So if we call that our parent function or our basic function, what happens if we multiply the whole thing by a? Or we say g of x equals a x squared, right? So since f of x equals x squared, we can just stick the a in front of it. What happens if a is less than 0? So let's say a equals -1. What happens if a is in between 0 and 1? So let's say a equals 0.5. And then let's just say a is greater than 1. Let's see a equals 2. So what happens to those three graphs? Well, we're going to start here with just your basic function. So let's just graph that. So there's your y equals x squared. But now I want to see what happens if it's negative x squared or -1 x squared, right? Either way, look what happens. It now gets flipped over or reflected, either way you want to say it, reflected over the axis. That x-axis just acts as a mirror. Okay, so what happens if we make it 0.5? All right, well, we're going to see here that it widens. So if you get an a that is less than, or a multiplier that is less than 1 but greater than 0, it's going to widen. And then finally, what happens if it becomes larger than 1? It's that purple one in the middle. It narrows. So many things happen to our parent function when we put an a or a multiplier in front of the x. Let's see what happens with a different function. So if we do f of x plus d, or think of it as g of x equals x squared plus d, what happens when that d is greater than 0 or the d is less than 0? Well, all that's doing is that is shifting our vertex. It's going to be shifting it up or down. So let's say d equals -2. So let's do x squared minus 2. Let's see what happens with that. So it's the same graph, it just moves down. That -2 shifts the vertex down. And so let's just say our x squared is going to be a positive 2 now. X squared plus 2. What are we going to get? You see how now it shifts up. So if d equals something greater than 0, the vertex moves up. So that d after the f of x simply moves your vertex up and down. So now we're looking at f, and then we have an x minus c here. So what happens if we change the x before it gets squared? Well, we're going to see a horizontal shift. And it's going to be a little bit counterintuitive here. So we're going to need to definitely visualize this. So really we're going to look at two different things. What happens if your c is less than 0, c is greater than 0? So let's do the same thing. Let's say c is going to equal -2. Really? So what that means here is we're going to need a parentheses. We're going to need x, and then we're going to need -2, then close the parentheses, then we square it. Now watch what happens. Even though it's a -2, it actually shifts to the right. So this is one that can trip us up. If it is a negative number, it actually shifts the entire thing on the x-axis to the right. So then what happens if we get c as a +2? Well, if you're thinking you're going to shift it to the left, you are correct. So x plus 2 squared, look, it shifts it over to the left. And those horizontal shifts are because we modified the x before it got squared.